Hey, the drunken German is back. Um, as you expected, German and drunken. And I just want to lose some words about the difficulties that we experience in the Middle East and be under pressure by the United States because they have an opinion. Yeah. You know what? As much as I dislike all this bullshit that is happening in the American countries right now, I have to say, at least they do have an opinion. Yeah, I don't like the opinion. I'm not a fan of it. I think they have no clue. But they have an completely unfounded but opinion. And we sit here in Europe, and I guess we don't. And that's what I really mind. I don't want to start with bashing on the Americans and what, It's a bit problematic for me because I don't want to tell you how the Americans are idiots to do what they're doing. I do think so, but I really like to focus on ourselves. We're sitting here, and I think Europe is divided into multiple camps, and it is a huge problem. I think that Europe, a part of Europe thinks whatever is happening, Ukraine is not our problem. Whatever happens in Iran is not our problem. Whatever happens to Israel is not our problem. And they have a good justification for all of their opinions, but it's not a European opinion. If you're really honest, it's not a European opinion. Europe is very multipolar, and in theory it could be a big advantage in a world that is also multipolar. But we somehow seem to think that what happens to some edge here is not part of our game. We have a different game. And right now we have the Hungarian elections coming up, and we will see. We will see how much you can be in Europe but against Europe, and define it with your own population, And there are multiple other countries that we have this issue with. The reality is that all of us in Europe, all of us small nations are at the end. If you draw a line and you look below what is there, okay, you see a different level of nations. You see China, America, Russia, maybe even India, I don't know. But you look at this and you look at yourself. And if you want to have any voice in it, then being Germany, being France, being Italy, being Poland, being Finland, or being Malta, being Britain, yes, Britain, being Portugal, being Austria, being what else you are here in Europe. It's not is not catching up to what is needed. And we have to draw consequences from it. Do I agree on all the politics of France? No, I don't. I think there's a lot of things that are not correct, or in brackets need to be discussed, or in terms of France, I honestly tell you, I understand them, but they need to be explained in all honesty, and not in a theoretical thought process. But at the end, there is no future for us. For us as Europe, for us as the Germans, for us as the French, for us as the Polish, for us, what I define as us. The Finnish people, the Polish people, the Portuguese people, the Maltese people, the Italian population, right? For all of us, what I define as us. For us, the Ukrainians, there is no future without us becoming one, with whatever it means, whatever the consequence of this us means. I tell you, if you're really honest, us is really consequential. Us is standing on the marriage altar and telling people, telling a community, telling the outside world that us is now not me, it is us. And if you're really serious with it, then you go for it. And it does not mean that you always have 100% of your spouse's opinion of God knows what. How to cook your kasha, dein Brei, how to do the things. If you need to, your wife will disagree with you a lot with what you think your life is about. And it's right, if we are honest, she or he has a point, But we're not falling in our backs when it comes to the point where the rest of the world is. And this world is just a more peaceful place if the first countries here in this world come to say, okay, I understand we have to cooperate.